This weekend, the highly anticipated live-action Jungle Book film pulled in a whole hell of a lot more than the bare necessities.
I can't help but notice there's this strange odor today. Man is forbidden!
Taking the number 1 spot this week is The Jungle Book, bringing in more than $103 million in its debut. It's the second largest April opening ever, behind Furious 7. It's also one of the best debuts of all time for a PG-rated film. But what makes this film more special is its critical reception and the extraordinarily strong performance by its 10-year-old star. Neel Sethi's performance in The Jungle Book was opposite some of the best actors in the business: Bill Murray, Lupita Nyong'o, and Idris Elba, just to name a few. He also had to interact with puppets on set instead of actual actors. But despite these challenges and being a 10-year-old, Sethi carried the film and as a result has received critical praise from all corners of the film world.
The movie wouldn't work without its star and only non-CGI actor, Neel Sethi. He was only 10 when The Jungle Book was in production, and he perfectly embodies the role.
As it stands, The Jungle Book has a 95% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's safe to say the kid deserves a share of that credit. On to number 2.
Excuse me, but I don't like to get involved in petty arguments.
Yeah, you do. That's primarily what you do.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you do.
Taking the number 2 spot with a much smaller but still solid debut is Barbershop: The Next Cut, bringing in an estimated $20 million. This is the worst box office debut in the series. The original Barbershop brought in just over $20.6 million in its opening weekend, but that was more than 10 years ago. On the other hand, this is definitely the best reviewed film of the trilogy. It boasts a 92% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which leads the pack and is a pretty high score for a comedy. But the film's high praise isn't just about making people laugh. General consensus on what makes the difference in The Next Cut is that it deals with real issues like gang violence and fatherhood.
They do a really tricky thing here very beautifully in that they root it in this absolute now reality of this violence.
This one kind of takes this unflinching look at kind of what's going on in Chicago and the rest of the country.
And at number 3.
You're bankrupt. All your accounts have been frozen.
Claire, get me a new lawyer.
Falling to number 3 in its second week is Melissa McCarthy's The Boss, bringing in an estimated $10 million and pushing the domestic total just past $40 million. As for next week, your favorite fairy tale gets really dark. For Newsy, I'm Jamal Andrews.